have Ms. Luke please come and have a seat there, and whenever you're ready, please go right ahead. I have you down for 5 minutes.
Great, thank you. Thank you to all the hard work that everyone has put in over the past year, to the ARC representatives, to the staff, and to all the presenters tonight. I could reiterate all the very well presented arguments that were offered tonight, but instead I'm here to represent the population so beautifully detailed by Anita. Anita, are you still here?
I'm still here.
Yay. All right, the little maroon band at the top, which is the out of catchment by the daycare hook people. I'm one of them. Our odyssey to find an appropriate school for both of our children, our special needs older son, as well as our neurotypical younger son, which is jargon for a normally developing brain, all right, for the younger one, took 5 years. We were terribly upset by but our home local school, whose dual track had thrown it out of balance to a very dysfunctional level, where families move, choose the private schools or the Catholic schools, or use now the daycare hook to get into another school. For example, my older son's grade is missing 11 kids from his grade who have gone to other schools. Our search was played out in the rec centers, on the soccer fields, on the baseball fields, on walks through the woods, and where I've met many of these people in this room long before we ever got to the school we're at now. I even met a real estate agent who's right here, all right, many years ago, to try to figure out where we're gonna go. Two of the top schools we came down to in our informal search were George R. Allen and Prince Philip. Imagine our joy when we were offered a position for our younger son to George R. Allen because of his daycare placement. We would have been equally thrilled if we'd been offered a placement at Prince Philip. We've been very happy at George R. Allen, and I'm quite positive we would have been just as thrilled at Prince Philip. At George R. Allen, I see 6 families at drop-off who are from my home school. 2 from my older son's grade, and 4 from my younger son's, either his grade or the grade right below, who happen to be from his daycare. I'm sure there are more kids there. I happen not to know them because maybe they went to another daycare, but it just would only be logical to imagine that they are there. Clearly, there's something wrong with schools in the Hamilton-Wentworth School Board. And as we've seen tonight, we have 2 schools that are really functioning very well, are very successful, are very dynamic, and are educating their children appropriately and happily, and people are thrilled. So after tonight, I just can't be more convinced that these are successful schools and should be left open. So please don't close Prince Philip. It's clearly a healthy and dynamic and vibrant school that's doing a great job of educating their children. Thank you.
Do we have any questions for clarification? Trustee Turkstra.
Maybe just to clarify what the problem was with your homeschool.
The dual track was very unhealthy. The last, my older son's grade was about 80-20.
80-20 French?
French to English. And and many kids left immediately that year after first grade. I've kept in touch with many people. I know of 11 kids that have left that school who never wanted to leave that school, who are now in the 5th grade. So that's half a class, excuse me. So, but I'm not here to talk about that school. No, I'm here to talk about 2 very healthy schools. Thank you.
Thank you. Looking for a motion to receive. Trustee Orban, thank you. Seconder, Trustee Johnstone. All those in favor? That's unanimous. Thank you, trustees, and thank you for coming and sharing with us tonight.